Devin Pike from Red Carpet Crash. We're here in the screening room for the Slammin Salmon, and these PA tours are grueling. And Jay, Paul, and Erik have been tirelessly promoting this new film, so I figured I'd let them relax for a little bit. Erik, I think, is fast asleep. Erik, when you hear the sound of my voice again and snap my fingers, you will love the taste of chicken.
You do love the taste of chicken. I do love chicken. It's almost smelling magic. It smells like chicken in here.
And it's a little bit more, relaxed than the last time I saw you guys because we were in a cramped backstage area. Great show out at the Lakewood.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The first thing I want to ask is, how is the all-male Grease revival coming for you guys? Because you were working on that on stage the last time I saw you.
Yeah, we got up on its feet. It's pretty close. I think it's opening in a couple of weeks up on the Great White Way.
We started in Baltimore. I think we took on the road,
yeah.
and then we.
I remember watching that. That was so filthy, that version of Grease that those guys were doing, wasn't it? I mean, just the filthiest.
It was fantastic.
Filthiest Grease I've ever seen.
Slammin Salmon, great reaction last night from the Dallas premiere. I love it. I think it's one of your most accessible movies and one of the most even-keeled. Great cast, but first I gotta ask, how many times are we going to see your ass in films? Seriously.
Well, when you got it this good, you got to show it. You can't. God didn't give me this to keep it in my pants.
Did you read that off Tiger's text messages? Is that what that was?
I'm going to get you a T-shirt with that on it.
The reality is, though, it's like it's revenge for Super Troopers for showing Heffernan's
ding dong
shriveled cock, and I think I told us last night. But what happened with that scene was he was supposed to be naked because we were doing the Sylvester Stallone thing from First Blood, shooting a hose at him. So you were supposed to see him from behind naked, and then as he turned, the camera was supposed to tilt up. So that happened, and we choreographed it perfectly. But then I believe what happened was he got powder thrown in his face, and the cameraman started laughing and dipped, and then he saw his cock. And then in the edit room, Hefner and I were in the edit room, and I said, man, we got to put that in. He goes, we're not putting that in. And I said, well, look, we're liberal guys and we show nudity of women. We need to show nudity of men and show that we're equal opportunity people. And he eventually went for that lie. And I've been paying for it quite a bit ever since with my ass.
There are worse things to have to pay with for your ass, although those boy shorts from Beer Fest might come in a severe close second.
God, I don't even remember those.
That might be a good thing. We'll talk about that in therapy later. Boys, Heffernan is not here to defend himself.
Which is one of the best time to dogpile on.
And that's my whole point. His first film as a director in any capacity, how did he do? From your perspectives.
He actually had a ghost director. He hired some guy that didn't take credit to come in and do it.
Yeah, I hired Alan Smithy to come in. Yeah. He's good. He's a type A personality, so, that's what you want in a director. He's detail-oriented and very focused. He's a go-getter, so he's the right type of guy to direct a movie, and it's just sad that, he turned him into such a bastard. It's just a funny thing because, the director is the one guy on these movies that doesn't have any fun. And so it was funny to watch him go from being one of us and goofing off the whole time to having to, take his job seriously and, bust his ass. So couldn't happen to be another guy.
When you're doing a flick like this, it's an ensemble writing process, but Hef and Jay have the writing credits for the WGA. Did that mean that you were his writing bitch, or was he yours?
We actually, the writing credit for the WGA is Broken Lizard.
Oh, it is? Okay, then I completely read that wrong.
Occasionally...
Damned internet!
We occasionally...
the second person to say that.
Second person asked that.
Something must have gotten something wrong.
Poster says Broken Lizard.
Right.
So, and I agree with the poster.
We don't do any more writing than anybody else. We all write together. We do often are involved in the editing a little more. Maybe that's it.
At the end of the flick, there's the fake Leroy Neiman painting, which is done by Kevin's brother, who did
Leroy Heffernan.
Leroy Heffernan, fantastic. I'll look for his stuff over at Heritage. Who did the Survivor knockoff song in the closing credits? Who was that?
Soter wrote the words, right?
I wrote the song. I wrote the music and lyrics under my pseudonym band called Earthcock. Yeah, you know, because we did. One of the most fun parts about Club Dread was that we wrote those Coconut Pete songs, and what we did was sat down and listened to Jimmy Buffett, and on the guitar then, you know, just rearranged the chord progression. So if you played D, G, F, then I would say, oh, let's just do F, D, G, or whatever, and then we got to write these really fun knockoff songs, and so we knew that we were going to do this tribute to Rocky II at the end of the movie, and that we needed then an Eye of the Tiger knockoff. So we did the same thing. I sat down with the Survivor and just tried to kind of parody that, and it was just really fun because then we hired a guy to come into the studio, like a hair metal kind of guy, and he came in and sang it, and you know, I got to like coach this guy. It was really fun.
I think that you can actually get Survivor to come in
It
nowadays.
probably would have been cheaper than this guy. Yeah. This guy's the new lead singer for Ambrosia. Do you remember Ambrosia?
Oh my God, yes.
And this guy, really good guy, really cool guy. And
Did you get him at the Holiday Inn? Is that where he came from?
No. He was actually playing at a place where the Broken Lizard ended up playing in like the Canyon Club in Agora Hills. But yeah, that's where Ambrosia is these days. The great band.
Great band, yeah.
We played the Canyon Club in Agora Hills.
That's what I'm saying. Is yeah, that's where they were playing.
You've got Super Troopers 2. You've got a deal in place for that. That's in progress. The Grease revival, which I want to see at the Majestic here in the next 6 months, because nothing would be better than the austere, you know, surroundings of the Majestic and seeing you guys prance around and somebody in the Sandy outfit from the end of the flick. I want to see that. If I can help fund that production, please let me. I know I'm focusing on it because it was just so funny. Other than that, is there a project that you want, that you're circling around, that you might not have a deal yet, but you definitely want to say this is something that Broken Lizard has got to get involved in?
Well, we don't actually even have a deal for Super Troopers 2. We're just writing.
It's the internet. I'm telling you. Damn it.
We're writing the script, and then we're going to take it to Fox.
Okay.
And we are writing another movie called Rogue Scholars, which is set up at Universal, and in that we play professors, and we basically approached it trying to make an Animal House from the professor's point of view. So that's, you know, one of those two movies will probably be next.
Mm-hmm. And you had one of the pivotal bits in Jackass 2, as you know, as the cab driver who turns the tables on a prank. Have you been approached for Jackass 3 yet?
Not yet, and I think we all probably think that there's no. I don't think we're going to be able to top it, so I don't think I'll end up in Jackass 3. I mean, Knoxville just happened to have that part. He said, "You want to do it?" I said, "Yeah." And so it luckily went according to plan. It could have, you know, there was FBI ready to shut us down if we went by the airport. There was like, you know, there was a lot of things that could have gone wrong, and it went right. So I'm gonna stick with that, unless they ask me again, and then I'll jump in.
You've also become more recognizable. It's probably a little bit harder for you to pull off something like that anymore.
Maybe too famous. Maybe.
Last night after
Too famous.
Yeah, it's not a problem. I'd say it because the great thing is, last night as we're leaving the theater, my wife and I are just cackling about various bits from Guy, from the chef, from just all the characters. Great job on the Slammin Salmon. I loved it. Everybody at the audience loved it. Go to the Angelica this weekend and go see it. You will love it. If these guys wake up in time for it by the end of the night, who knows? They might even show up at the 8 o'clock screening tonight. I don't know. You're feeling very tired.
Going on our naps, though.
Yeah, I know. They're going to go to sleep, and we're going to let them do that. Devin Pike from Red Carpet Crash, the guys from Brooklyn. Jay, thank you, man.
Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You okay, baby? You all right?
Objection.